Edson, I know you're always a pretty positive guy overall, but the last two fights, especially two split decisions back to back. I mean, how tough has that been for you to stay positive when you have results like that?
Uh, it's hard. It's not easy. It's hard, because hey, I give my best every single day in the gym. I really pay the price to get my W, and when you go there, I watch the fight. The people around me say, "Hey, you definitely won the fight." But I see the judge give for the other guy. It's not good feeling. It's hurt a little bit, but it's over. I just focus on my next one.
Nice. Does it make you change anything in terms of like the way you approach a fight or the way Because obviously I'm sure if you could just knock everybody out, that'd be easy. But I mean, do you change anything?
Yes, I change a little bit because I always fight to win. I especially right now in my last couple of fights, I was go there to win. Don't think about knockout. Just go there to win. To not risk. It's change. It's change. I'll go there to finish right now. In 15 minutes, every punch, every kick, every knee. And if the fight go on the ground, I will try finishing for 15 minutes because I don't wanna pass for what happened with me in the last two fights. I don't wanna pass for this again.
Yeah. When they came to you with the name Marlon, did you know much about him? I mean, he's been around for a while, but certainly not, kind of at the level that you were. Did you know much about his game?
Yeah, I know him. I watch a couple of his fights. He's a great fighter. Talk about UFC. Talk about the best guys in the world. And I know him. I watch a couple of his fights.
Nice. Talk to me about your goal here. I mean, I'm sure getting a win is big and get these losses behind you. But, I mean, are you still trying to think about rankings and contendership and that sort of thing? I mean, everybody knows your name, obviously.
Yeah, I dropped for 145 to be a champ. I dropped for 145 to be a featherweight champ in the world. And it happened in my last two fights happened, and something like inside of me say, bro, now it's your time. You don't have more time to play the game. You have to go. And yeah, you guys are gonna see a different Edson Barboza, and I'm here to be a champ.
It's that pressure you're talking about, you said now's the time. You can't wait too much longer to make a run at the title. Do you think that pressure will help you in your fights? Will help you push and help you be more aggressive?
Yeah, it helped me a lot. Definitely. I was like that in the training, in every session, it's like that. It's not pressure. I don't know if it's the pressure. It's motivate me more. I think it's not pressure. It definitely motivates me more.
A couple months. A couple months ago, you tweeted something that you're not very satisfied with the organization and even thought about leaving. How's everything going right now? Are you okay with?
No, like I said, I never have a problem with the organization. I just want to fight. That's it. I'm a fighter. Sometimes I love work. I love my job. When somebody don't give your job, you be sad. I was always ready to fight. I'm always ready to fight. Always ready to my manager call me and say, hey, do you have a fight? But when the company don't give me a job, I was sad. That's exactly what happened. I was sad because UFC don't give me a job, But thank God I have a fight coming up on Saturday. I'm very happy for this.
Was it easier after what you post? Was it easier to book a fight?
Yeah, I put on my Twitter, and in a couple of days UFC give me a fight.
It worked.
It worked.
So you changed divisions. Do you think going back up, if I don't know if there's a fight that you want to fight or something like that? It's a division that everybody has been watching right now because of Khabib and all that. Do you feel like going back up at some point?
Why not? Like I said, I'm a fighter. I love my job. If UFC offers me a good fight 155, I go up too, for sure. But like I said, I come to 145 to be a champ. I want to be a champ at 145. But yeah, why not? I love fight. Whatever UFC offers me, like 145, 155, especially the top guys, I'm always ready.
Anybody at 155 that you would like to fight?
I think have only one fight in 155. If you offers me to me right now, let's go up to 155. It's fight at Paul Felder. I think that's the fight makes sense because I know he knows he don't want the last fight. He knows, and imagine me and him third, 3 fights. You know, it's gonna be a great war. And I think if UFC offers me this, it's gonna be fun.
You fought both of them. How do you see Justin Gaethje versus Khabib going?
Wow, it's gonna be a great fight. You talk about both guys, best guys in the world, you know, and it's a 50-50 fight. I don't see any somebody, you know, better than the other one. Of course, Khabib's like more grappling, just get hit super hard, and is a great wrestling too. It's a 50-50 fight. I feel if Gaethje win, I'm not surprised. Khabib win, I'm not surprised. It's gonna be a great fight.
When Maclon was in here earlier, he was talking about how earlier in his career he wasn't as focused on fighting. He had to cut a lot of friends out of his life that were pulling him different directions. Did you have moments like that when you were young in your career that you had to cut people out so you could focus more?
Not really. I know how to separate, you know, my social life and when I need work, training, and the most friend that I have is part of my team. You know, when I was in Brazil, 99% of my friends work, train with me. You know, and yeah, I know how to separate. You know.
Edson, Anderson Silva provavelmente vai fazer a última luta da carreira dele, né, no dia 31. Queria saber se você tem alguma memória com ele fora, né, do octógono, assim, e o que ele representa para o esporte.
Sim, eu lembro a primeira vez que eu vi o Anderson Silva, eu tinha 16 ou 17 anos. Foi no evento no Vitória da Conquista, cara. Ele fez o main event de MMA e eu fiz uma luta de kickbox na Bahia. Eu fui no voo junto com ele. Eu já era muito fã dele na época do kickbox, assim. Ele era muito conhecido no Brasil. Eu lembro que eu fui no voo junto com ele. Caramba, o Anderson Silva, eu tenho uma foto com ele desse evento. Então, pra mim, ele é um dos melhores de todos os tempos, se não for o melhor. E, nossa, tem milhares de momentos assim que a gente pode falar do Anderson. Talvez do MMA do Brasil, sem dúvida, é o maior ídolo que tem no Brasil e vai deixar saudade.
Outra coisa que você falou pra mim, né, que você tinha uma coisa que seu filho falava muito pra você quando você ia pro treino, e eu queria que você visse esse vídeo e me falasse, né, o que você...
O que papai vai fazer? Vicky? O que papai tem que fazer, Noah? Meter a porrada!
Oh God, sorry guys.
Desculpa.
You say that every day. Every day I go to the gym, he say, you go train? So yeah, he say, pai, mete a porrada. And,
Fala em português.
ele falou isso todo dia que eu fui pra academia. Todo dia que ele falava, pai, você vai treinar? Eu falei, vou treinar, filho. Pai, mete a porrada. Todo dia ele falava isso, todo dia. Não sei se foi a Bruna mandou, mas todo dia ele falava isso comigo. E com essa motivação que eu tô aqui. Eu tô aqui pra quando eu estiver entrando lá no cage e pra essa luta, eu tenho certeza que isso aí vai ser a força da minha vitória. Tenho certeza. Dele e da vitória. O que o papai for fazer? Pô. Então, essa vitória vai ser pra eles. Pra mim, meus filhos, meu time, minha esposa, todo mundo.
So you were talking about the early days watching Anderson back in Brazil when you were really young. Can you talk a little bit about you and Marlon together back in the early days? Because obviously that's a friendship that he says has extended for over 20 years.
Yeah. I really have a good time with Marlon I'm his friend for a long time. And we spend a lot of time together. And fight together many times in Brazil. You guys have no idea crazy shows. Fought in Brazil in kickbox, like a small town, crazy spot. And today, me and him be part of the greatest show in the world. You know, he's doing the main event, I do the co-main event. If you talk to me about that a couple years ago, say no, it's not gonna happen because it's too much. It's more, way more than my dream. You know, I feel so blessed to have this time with him, to everything happen in my life. I feel so blessing to have this moment with him.
And I love that. He was saying that you really kind of were an inspiration to him and gave him your job in Florida. So, you know, how proud are you of him and how far he's come and
Yeah, like I said, it look like he's my brother, you know. In Brazil, I always help each other with everything because it's hard to live the sport in Brazil. I always help with him. When I come to US, I always talk to the guy, say, hey, I have one guy in Brazil, it's really good. If you need somebody to come to teach kickboxing, help me. His name is Marlon, it's my friend, I know. And one day the guy say, hey, I really need somebody. I say, oh, let's bring my friend. And he's coming. It's funny because they're always together. I go to New Jersey, he's go to New Jersey. Spend a couple of years there, I come back to Florida, he come back to Florida too. He's my brother, you know, he can't stay far away much.
And then I remember a while back you told me part of the reason of leaving Jersey was just that the weather was hard and you didn't feel, you know, good about getting up and going to the gym and that. So, so how much happier are you now? I mean, obviously it's been a while now, but how much happier are you being in better weather and you know just?
You just wanted to be with America. There's nothing to do about the weather. Come on.
Yeah, I have a really good time. I learn a lot in New Jersey. Like I said, I love the people there. I love all my friends there, everything. But it's so hard for us to live in there. You know, it's so different of my country, Brazil. And I decided to move to Florida and start training ATT. Say, wow, I think that's one of the best choice of my life, you know. Come back to Florida and train ATT. And right now, 100%, I really live the dream. You know, if you ask me how do you dream, it's gonna be right now, like my life right now. It's perfect. Everything doing right now, and I think you guys gonna see this in the cage.
And one last question for me: if it ever happened that Marlon had to fight Frankie, what would you do?
This is not gonna happen.
You don't think?
Marlon's my brother. You know, I love Frankie. He's such a nice guy. I love him. You know, I always give my best to help him. He always gives my best to help me. But Marlon's my brother. You know, if I have to pick one side, you know, I have to pick Marlon, of course.
Thanks.
Okay, guys, we need to wrap up.
Yes, sorry guys.
Yeah.